Welcome back to Montana. I thought this week I'd take you guys along and show you how we heat our house. We heat with wood stove heating, so let me show you what exactly that means for our family. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Cece. My husband Kirk and I homestead in the big beautiful state of Montana. And like so many other Montanans, we burn wood. A lot of people here in Montana at least do a supplemental heat with wood. We do mainly wood stove as heating. We have one propane heater in the kitchen, and then we have one wood stove in the living room and one wood stove in this mudroom laundry room. The one in the mudroom / laundry room we normally do not light up unless it is about 0 degrees outside. And then right behind me is actually the stairs that we go upstairs. There's no heat upstairs either. So if we want heat upstairs, we either open up this door or we have electric heat. We do have a little electric heater plugged in our bathroom just because the bathroom can get really, really cold. And then as far as the bedrooms, we have all changed over to sleeping with heated mattress pads. So if for some reason the power would go out, we would just either keep this door open and burn the second wood stove so heat is going up the stairs, and add on many, many more blankets, which I really think we could do. So just kind of want to show you guys what it looks like. We go out into the woods and cut our own.
How's my chainsaw? Good.
We like to get standing dead. We like to get it where it is gray on the outside and there's no bark. That is like the most pristine wood in our case. We do not have access to hardwoods. We pretty much have access to either some kind of evergreen or aspen or cottonwood. Cottonwood is very hard to dry out without rotting, so we very rarely use cottonwood. Many, many years we have used aspen, but just last year we started using some pine and we really like it. And so this year we are adding pine into it as well. We did do some aspen as well. So like I said, what we look for is gray, dead, and standing. Sometimes we will get stuff that has bark on it. Sometimes we will still take stuff that's been laying down on the ground, like laying down, but as long as it's not like on the ground and is piled up on something, that's normally okay. We try to stick with the stuff that is not getting soft in the center. Every now and then we end up getting some stuff that's a little bit soft in the center and we just make it work because the majority of the rest of the chunk is pretty decent. Well, let's see, what else? Some benefits. Some benefits to burning aspen was that it burns really, really clean. You don't have to worry about a creosote buildup. The downside to aspen is it burns pretty quickly and it doesn't burn as hot, and there seems to be a lot more ash. Since we're slowly switching over to pine and evergreen, we have to make sure that it's completely dried out so there's no creosote. Creosote is what builds up in your chimneys, and if you don't keep that under control, sometimes that can light up and that's how you get chimney fires. So we make sure the pine is completely dry. It does not produce as much ash as aspen does, and it tends to burn hotter and longer than the aspen does. So it kind of makes sense that we kind of are switching over to it. I have tried to guess how many cords of wood that we need, and normal winters I would want like 7 full pickup loads, and so I'm not entirely sure how that converts over to cords, but that was when we were getting Aspen, and so maybe we don't have to get quite as much. But as you can see, our shed is starting to fill up. And a full shed, in my opinion, is whenever we open the door and it is completely full from the doorway over to the wall. We still have room to walk in there. We still have room to park the wood splitter in there. But if we can get it like filled up kind of like to where the door starts, we feel pretty good about that. So we still have a little bit more yet to do this winter, but we are pretty happy with what we're getting so far. And as soon as we get that shed full, I will be able to breathe a lot better. Every year we're like, we're gonna do this in the summer and in the fall when the weather's nice, and every year it gets pushed back to the wire. And this year we definitely pushed it back to the wire, and we desperately need to get this done before it starts to snow, because the place that we found that we really like to go, it is quite a bit higher elevation than we are yet, and so it could snow up there and block our way getting there. So that's what we are going, that's what we're doing pretty much as soon as we have a free afternoon or a work break for any reason. We are cutting wood. So anyways, I'm curious to know what you heat your house with, if you do wood stoves inside, outside, if you rely on electric heat, if you like wood stoves, if you don't like wood stoves. The old saying is wood stove heating will heat you twice, one when you cut the logs and one when you burn the logs. And it's very true. So anyways, thanks for watching along, and we'll catch you next week.